So I usually have a lot of carbs. I'm going to have those manually. I'm just going to have oats. I can't be bothered to boil brown rice right now. I usually have like 100 grams of brown rice with it, so if you want that, by all means do that. But I'm just going to use 3 tomatoes, some of this lime. These tomatoes are very good, by the way. You know, I'll use all 4. Mix them up while the rest of the lobster boils, and then I'll assemble that into the salad itself. So I use the Japanese knife for this. One of these, I forget the name of the company. Kaishan, that's it. Not company, but the producer. And I'll do this while the lobster's boiling. Feel free to wash the lettuce. For me, it's all enclosed. If I was cooking for other people, I would wash it, because I know some of them are very, very sensitive about that. But I mean, there are some things that you just can't wash out and have to be cooked. I forget. I think it's cholera was the one of the examples, and you can never really deduce whether it's fully free of cholera. Sorry, there's no way of really killing cholera. I think it's cholera. I'm trying to remember a video from Dr. Rhonda Patrick on Joe Rogan where she was talking about it. It was either her or someone else, I don't know. Anyway, those will go into the bowl. I personally like chilies, so I'll stick these in. Yeah, as you can see, this blade needs sharpening. It gets sent off once a year to Japan. Well, once a year for free. I usually send it twice. Only cost me £8 per time, apart from the free one, of course. I think Borough Kitchen's where I bought it from. I think they said you get to send it for free once a year for up to 10 years, or was it 5 years? I don't know. But you can have them manually send it for £8 per go. It's totally worth it to do it twice a year. These I'm just going to slice quickly into small bits. Okay, so plenty of tomato in there. Probably a decent amount of carbs in there. Good carbs as well, by the way. And lots of water in there. You can salt at the end. I'll tell you why. If you salt it now, the water will come out. And I like to season the salad itself separately. Salt and pepper. You can pepper it and lemon it now. Or put the lemon on now. And I was going to say you could use balsamic vinegar. I wouldn't. I would only use aged balsamic vinegar. I'm talking dark, 25-year aged balsamic, or even 50 onwards, because it will be very, very thick. Don't use the balsamic glaze because they are crap. Actually, you shouldn't call food crap, but yeah, it's just not that. That's not balsamic vinegar, okay? Oh, the other thing I'll use is olive oil. Try and use a quality olive oil. You will thank me later, trust me. So this one's good, but I've had like really, really, really good ones. You want to spend money on your oils. Salt as well. Trying to get this Malden salt. Now I know people say it's expensive for salt, but you got to think about oil and salt. They last a very, very long time. So if you ball out on those, if you spend on those, it's an investment for quite a while. Month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on how much you consume, size of your family, whatever else. And same with balsamic. It's not something that. And by the way, I really like my salads peppery, which is why I'm going so intense with the pepper. But you can season as you wish. So that's why they say salt and pepper to taste. Season it. Season it as you wish. I've got someone at the door. Anyway, and I like to chuck in a lot of olive oil. Oh, there's not much left here, which is why I'm putting a lot in. It seems like a lot more than it is, but I probably usually put more than this. I personally like to cook the lobster, boil the lobster for quite a while, because I feel that the flavour is better. Like I said, you can salt near the end, but I personally don't mind the water coming out too much, so I put a lot of salt. Now don't worry too much about salt content, I would say. You've got to live a little, and when I say live a little, don't live a little in every single domain. Don't start doing it with everything. Oh, I'm going to have lots of drugs, I'm going to eat lots of salt, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Live in one, when I say live, I mean take risks in one domain, not all of them at once, right? Because that's a recipe for disaster. And the reason why it's not too much of a problem for salt is because we actually don't know what a safe amount of salt is. In Turkey, for example, some studies show that they eat about 17 grams of salt, but they don't have the same, well, per day, by the way, but they don't get the same issues that we have in Western nations, well, further Western nations, that we associate to high salt content. And it raises an interesting question. Could it be that the salt content itself is not the issue, but it's more the likelihood of you eating food that is high in salt? It's probably ready meals and whatever else. There's all kinds of terrible ingredients in there. So that's my salad done, and now I'm going to start taking the lobster off the shell. Actually, I'm saying if you're gonna eat it later, maybe drink the juice now, but make sure you put it in the fridge. You don't want to leave this out. Cover it up with cling film and stick it in the fridge, because it's not meant to be left out for too long. It's seafood after all. The brain and liver I would recommend eating now. I don't know how long you can keep that one for. Maybe go and find out from someone else. But try and eat this as soon as possible. This, try and eat on the same day. You want to eat it fresh. If you've boiled it, yes, it can last a bit longer. I don't know exactly how long, but it's best eaten on the day. Okay, so now it's time to plate up. I must admit that putting the lemon and the salt in at that time was not a good idea. It's not a big deal because it's the same day, but if you're gonna eat it just after making it, it's fine. But I forgot that I was gonna eat this later, so the solution to it is to not put all the juice in. I usually just empty it all out, but the liquid sank to the bottom. It's not an issue. The salad will still taste pretty good, and it's not like it's dehydrated completely. If you left it like this for a few days, and I've done that before when I used to prepare my lunch for work, then it's not so nice. What you do in that situation, if you insist on pre-chopping the night before, well, 2 nights before, you just chop things up and you don't salt it, you don't put the lemon juice on. And you take salt to work or have it at your desk, as I used to do. It doesn't really matter if people stare at you, who cares? Just don't be a show-off about it, in terms of don't be the guy trying to attract attention. I'm gonna taste it. Yeah. So it's very good. The seasoning is very good. Now, plating. We get the lobster tail and we put it like this. We get the claws next. And we put that one there. And we get this claw. Remember, we got the other bit to the claw. We put it there. And we put that bit there. And where's the other claw? So this is a knuckle. Just place it like this. That's the bit to the knuckle. Obviously these would be attached here. It's not like a masterpiece in that sense. It's not like perfect. But yeah, just try and keep it generally in place. It will look so cool. So there's a little bit of the knuckle. And the second bit. And then we have the legs. So remember, it's about 4 on each side. Just get a chunk of the tail, of the leg, and just put the rest in and around the salad. So we got 2 each side there, and now we'll have 2 more each side. It's just a representation. There you go. And I would actually lift up the tail and put the rest of the meat underneath. I'm actually going to put one of those down and take one of these legs and stick it here. Great. Now, that's that done. If you wanna, I'll actually push these up so I can get the knuckles up there. So I can move the legs here, in. Make it look more like a lobster shape. And that's us done, really. Like I said, you can drink the juice, drink it on the day, maybe drink it just after. And I have the brain and liver meat, which tastes pretty good. Some people don't like it, some people say it's bad for you. I don't know, basically, but I quite like it. And that's it. Boom. Lobster salad. You know what, one thing you can do is you can put the head up here, the shell of it, and make it look presentable, but no, I'm not going to do that. There's the liver and all that stuff from the head, and there's the juice. Okay, so what you do first, you just drink the juice. Mm. And then you eat the liver. I'm just showing you because some people think nasty when it's liver. They think it will taste bad. Mm. Mm. That is so good. I'll never understand why people don't like that bit. There's a little bit of shell there, but it's alright. It's not even... It's the inside, not the outside. It's edible, but this is probably good for you. Probably got calcium in it or something like that. Mm. Mm. Very good. Now, I'm not going to show you me eating the whole thing, but now it's time for the salad itself. Now, some people might like a sauce of some kind. I'm not going to do that. One thing I would recommend is garlic butter on the side, not as a sauce, because you don't want butter on the salad. And the best way to serve it, you just get the garlics, maybe make some paste. You can see how to make garlic paste in one of my other videos. When I have one, I will post up the video. And you put it on a small cast iron skillet. You put a little bit of olive oil in there, and then chuck in quite a bit of butter, because you're not going to eat it all, you're just going to dip it. And then throw in the garlic straight away. Don't burn the garlic because it will ruin the whole thing. Don't burn the butter either, because it will get ruined. That's what the oil's there for, to reduce the chances of it burning. And then once it's done, this will be hot. Obviously, it's cast iron, so it spreads the heat. You serve it on this, and remember, maybe put it on a plate before you put it on your table. You don't want to burn it. And then you dip the claws and then the lobster meat in there, and eat that way while using a fork to eat the rest of the salad. So try that one out. But for me, I'm just going to eat this as it is. And remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out neuroscienceafterdark.com. Done.